Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. This is it. Great team. Four down. Alert.
A carry for Bryce Love, the fourth rounder from Stanford. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Motion. Check. Hey, 31. Check 4. 59.
On second and 11 now. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Switch. One take. 59. Tighten up. 55. That's it. Stay at home. Sponge. No. Hey, alert. Short.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 57. Right here. Yeah. Motion. 57 is the mic. Watch 57. Snake. Orbit. 57 is the mic. 50. The mic. In your face.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play that time for the Rams. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Hard. It's just me and you. Check. Lucky.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, second and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, Delta. Look, squeeze. Let's see.
Now Tannehill. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now it's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. He's checking. Crash. Motion.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground. Instead, go into an opposite color jersey.
Watson off play action. Flush to his right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this throw caught left side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Watch, 6-6, pull it high. Buzz.
56. Mike's 56.
Here we go.
56. Mike, 56. Right.
Shoot.
On first down, Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Hey, Haywood.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Get up.
Squish, double up. Go.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, Sam off. Slam. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Under 10. 10. Small. 51 to Mike, boys. 51.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go, baby. Under crush. Check three.
Throwing again is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Marcus Hunt. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
54 Mike. 52. Check. 54. 22. Check.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, it's Love. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Go! No. Hey, lock it.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Alert! Back. Clear 6.
Watson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Mike 51. Here we go, D.
Motion.
To throw is Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
50 seconds to Mike. Target.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
56, right there, 56. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hey, wahoo!
56 is the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
Clear. Fire.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
56, Mike, 56. Watch the pass. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, 31!
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Catch made here by Campbell. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Marr able to put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
Down under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Rock it.
SOS.
Look at me. Go.
To throw is Tannehill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Tannehill. He gets this to Devontae Adams. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
High 7.
56,
Go.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
I got you. Say. 59, 51. Ball, Tron. Not today. And let's go.
On 1st down, Watson looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Rams take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Rock it.
And bring it.
Get it.
Here's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Watson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to snap it.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go.
Here's Watson. Got a man, Slayton. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
54. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, let's fix it.
The final shot before the break. Watson.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And his pass incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Ready.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I got him.
Now.
On first down, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill. And that's complete to Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give me that ball, defense.
Hard.
Give me that ball.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action, it's Tannehill. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Army.
Blue draw Corkers. Hey, Alpha.
We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Ready?
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now Watson going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the motion. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. 31. Check. Orbit. Mike 51.
Throwing again is Watson.
Let's go.
Being chased out left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Go. That's it.
No timeout.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
What we got? 57's the mic.
Look, squeeze. Ready. Hit it.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57. It's our time. It's our time.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
Watch the twist.
Let go.
Now it's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, exit. Look at me. Zipper.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And shoot.
Second and 10. Tannehill once more. And Walker has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let it break.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Yo, go, go. Bam, bam.
It'll be a long day. Let's
Smooth.
Check.
Let's go.
To the air again, Tannehill. And he locates Walker, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
First down, Los Angeles.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Switch it, switch it, switch
Hey,
it.
lock it.
Switch.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Come.
Get ready. Get ready. Hey, 20.
Go. Lead grip.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Falcons grab it. 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Hey. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Buzz.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11.
Go.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Coming.
Mike.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Watson off play action. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I'm coming. Big Ed.
Let's go. Try ball.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Stop your whining.
In the park. And let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. 51's a Mike. 51's a Mike.
I'm on.
Go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, 24.
All day, every day. Anytime.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Hey, 25's the Mike. We're going 25's the Mike.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's get that ball right here. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Let's go.
Here we go on fourth. Tannehill. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. Catch made by Slayton. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to...
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
70, Indy. General West.
At the 19-yard line.
They run it again with Williams. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Get it.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point good by Prater, and that will get him one closer. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, 31!
Throwing now, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
And the Falcons first down.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.